I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. Sometimes quiet is violent. I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding for me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real. I could pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. Of something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. I find over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound. There are things we can do, but from the things that work there are only two, and from the two that we choose to do, peace will win and fear will lose. It is faith and this sleep. We need to pick one, please, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive. And I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am dying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. Of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Hey everybody, this is Eric with the Drummatic and why I chose this song. But before I tell you why I chose Car Radio by 21 Pilots, take a minute if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Drummatic, like this video, leave a comment below. We love to hear from you. If you would like to support the Drummatic, there are a few cool ways you can do that. The links are all in the description below. We have our Patreon, our PayPal, and our Spring Store. Also, please keep in mind, at our Spring Store, we have 2 ongoing fundraisers. One for To Write Love on Her Arms, and one for Susan G. Komen. 100% of the profits from the designated designs goes to those organizations. Car Radio by 21 Pilots. You guys, this is Loretta's favorite 21 Pilots song. And though not a Loretta's choice today, this is also in the pantheon of songs to choose from 21 Pilots. This is that the right word? Pantheon? Wow, that's made me sound really educated, didn't it? This is one of my favorite. This is definitely one of my favorite off of the Vessel album. And man, it just speaks to this complicated piece in us, right? And it speaks to a darkness that I've experienced, and that I've seen others experience. This idea of just being alone with your thoughts and letting them take you to a dark place, and instead of replacing that with something, in this, it's the metaphor of the car radio's gone, so he's alone with his thoughts, and he needs to replace that so that he can have the sound, the peace of mind in his head again. I know we do Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month in September, and I know that it's also not uncommon for us to do a song that talks about mental health through the year, and this is one of those. Beyond just being a really well-written song, and a very deep song, and a very meaningful song, and a very honest song, and a very fun song to play, it just brings me back to remembering that sometimes we just need to be reminded too that we're not all alone. Replace that silence with the voice of somebody who loves you, with the voice of somebody who will listen to you, with the voice of somebody who understands you. As you guys know, if you've been following our channel long enough, I find great solace and peace in my relationship with Jesus. And he's spoken into my life through people around me, and his strengthened me through the people around me, as well as just in the stillness and in the quiet of my heart. And so if nobody's told you today, you are loved, you matter, you have value, you are not alone, you were created with a purpose. We love you and are thankful for you. If you're struggling, or you know somebody that's struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, reach out. We're going to put a number up on the screen at the end of this, and we put it up at the end of the video itself, or the end of the drum cover. Don't hesitate to reach out. There is no shame. There is no weakness in admitting that you're struggling, or admitting that you need help. Don't struggle in the dark. Don't struggle alone. There are so many people out there that love and care about you. We love you and care about you. God loves you and made you with a purpose. You guys, I hope you find that encouraging today. Thanks for stopping by the Drum Attic. We will see you next time.